Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Naresh Mago with the Midday News. The headlines. Over 81 crore people to get free food grain under new integrated food security scheme from today. Hiked up interest rates on various small savings schemes for fourth quarter of current financial year come into effect. In Brazil, Inacio Lula da Silva to be sworn in as president today. And Yuki Bhambri and Ramkumar Ramanathan enter second round in men's singles event at Maharashtra Open tennis tournament in Pune, and people across the globe welcome the new year 2023. The centre will provide food grains to states under the National Food Security Act (NFSA) free for 1 year from today. Last week, the Cabinet had decided to provide food grains under NFSA free of cost to the 81 crore beneficiaries during 2023. The scheme will also ensure effective and uniform implementation of the Act. Free food grains will concurrently ensure uniform implementation of portability under the One Nation, One Ration card across the country. According to the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, the government has social and legal commitment to the people of the nation, a dignified life by ensuring them access to food and nutritional security through availability of adequate quantity of quality food grains. Under the scheme, the central government will provide free food grains to all the NFSA beneficiaries, including Antyodaya Anna Yojana households and priority household persons. The food grains will be provided through the widespread network of over 5 lakh fair price shops across the country. Talking to AIR News, Additional Secretary in the Department of Food and Public Distribution, Subodh Kumar Singh, said that the central government will bear the food subsidy of the scheme.
आज का दिन नया साल का दिन है और आज के महत्वपूर्ण दिन पर भारत सरकार ने जो हमारा नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट है उसमें एक महत्वपूर्ण इंटीग्रेटेड स्कीम लॉन्च की है, जिसके तहत 81 करोड़ जो बेनिफिशियरी हैं अंत्योदय अन्न योजना के और प्राइमरी हाउस होल्ड, उनको जो फूड ग्रेन मिलता था वो आज से निःशुल्क मिलेगा और उसका पूरा खर्चा भारत सरकार उठाएगी। और इसके लिए सभी राज्यों के साथ मीटिंग करके सभी तैयारियां भी कर दी गई हैं और आज से पूरे देश में निःशुल्क चावल, गेहूं और कोर्स ग्रेन मिलेगा।
The Reserve Bank of India's latest Systemic Risk Survey (SRS) has shown that global spillovers, financial market and general risks have increased, while macroeconomic risks have moderated. The survey also showed that respondents' confidence in the Indian financial system has further improved, with 93.6% of them remaining fairly or highly confident of the stability of the Indian financial system. He said that no change is perceived in institutional risks. The majority of the respondents saw further improvement in credit prospects for the Indian economy and remained confident about the stability of the Indian banking sector, according to the RBI survey. The 23rd round of the RBI's Systemic Risk Survey was conducted in November 2022 to solicit the perceptions of the experts, including market participants and academicians, on major risks faced by the Indian financial system. 2 women died after a fire broke out at a senior citizen care home in Greater Kailash in New Delhi today. The Delhi Fire Department said that 6 persons have been safely evacuated and fire has been brought under control. The department said the fire broke out in the morning and around 4 fire tenders were rushed to the spot. In Kerala, over 40 students were injured and 1 person died as a tourist bus fell into a gorge near Arimali in Idukki district early this morning. The tourist bus carrying the youngsters, who were students on excursion, met with an accident at around 1:15 a.m. The rescue operation was challenging due to the difficult terrain and darkness. The hiked up interest rates on various small savings schemes for the fourth quarter of the current financial year have come into effect from today. The interest rate of 5-year National Savings Certificate has been increased to 7% from 6.8%. The Finance Ministry said the interest rate on the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme has been increased to 8% from 7.6%. The monthly income account saving has also been increased to 7.1% from 6.7%. The interest rate on Kisan Vikas Patra will now be 7.2% and will mature in 120 months. The interest rate on small savings deposit of 1 year time period has been increased to 6.6% from 5.5%. However, the interest rates on Public Provident Fund Scheme, Sukanya Samriddhi Account Scheme and savings deposits have been kept unchanged. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of India has mandated banks in the country to renew their locker agreements with the existing locker customers by today. All the existing locker depositors are required to furnish the proof of eligibility for a renewed locker arrangement. They are required to sign a renewal agreement before the specified date. The government has said that the RT-PCR test has been made mandatory for flyers coming from China, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Singapore and Thailand from today. The passengers have to upload their reports on the Air Suvidha portal before travel. The Union Health Ministry said the test should have been conducted within 72 hours of undertaking the journey to India. The ministry said this is being done in view of the evolving COVID-19 situation across the world. A total of 265 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country during the last 24 hours. The recovery rate is currently at 98.8%. India's active caseload currently stands at over 2,706. The Union Health Ministry said 220 crore 10 lakh vaccine doses were administered across the country so far. India will assume the chairmanship of the plenary of the Wassenaar arrangement today for 1 year. The Wassenaar arrangement is a voluntary export control regime that monitors transfers of conventional weapons and dual-use goods. At the 26th annual plenary of the Wassenaar arrangement held in Vienna last month, Ireland handed over the chairmanship to India. India joined the Wassenaar arrangement in December 2017 as its 42nd participating state. The regime is aimed at tracking such transfers and preventing destabilizing accumulations of conventional arms and dual-use goods. The plenary of the Wassenaar arrangement is the main decision-making body that operates on consensus. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the 108th Indian Science Congress on Tuesday morning through video conferencing. The focal theme of this year's ISC is Science and Technology for Sustainable Development with Women Empowerment. It will witness discussions on issues of sustainable development, women empowerment, and the role of science and technology. The International Year of Millets 2023 kickstarts with focused activities being undertaken by central ministries, state governments, and Indian embassies. On the initiative of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the proposal of the Government of India, the United Nations has declared the year 2023 as the International Year of Millets. It will help in creating awareness throughout the world about the significant role of millets in sustainable agriculture and its benefits as a smart superfood. International Year of Millets will be celebrated with enthusiasm across the country as well as globally. Millets are also an integral part of the G20 meetings, and delegates will be given a true millet experience through tasting, meeting farmers, and interactive sessions with startups and farmer-producer organizations. Central ministries, states, and Indian embassies allocated a focused month in 2023 to carry out various activities for promotion of International Year of Millets and increase awareness about the benefits of millets. Our correspondent reports that millets were among the first crops to be domesticated in India, with several evidence of its consumption during the Indus Valley civilization. We have this report.
Millets like ragi, jowar, bajra are one of the oldest food grains known to humans. United Nations estimates show that more than 90 million people in Africa and Asia depend on millets for their diet. India is a major producer of millets, accounting for 80% of Asia's production and 20% of global production. January 2023 is the focus month for the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs and states of Chhattisgarh, Mizoram and Rajasthan for conducting events and activities related to promotion of millets. The ministry has planned 15 activities which include engaging sportspersons, nutritionists and fitness experts. In this month, the Embassy of India in Azerbaijan and in Belarus will be conducting activities ensuring the participation of local chambers, food bloggers, importers of food items and local restaurants. With Dipendra Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
Leftist leader Luiz Inacio Lula de Silva will be sworn in as the President of Brazil today under tightened security in the Brazilian capital following threats of violence by the supporters of his far-right predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro. Lula, 77, narrowly defeated Bolsonaro in October to win an unprecedented third presidential term after a hiatus that saw him spend a year and a half behind bars on corruption convictions that were later overturned. In his previous years as Workers' Party president from 2003 to 2010, the former union leader lifted millions of Brazilians from poverty during a commodity boom that boosted the economy. Now, he faces the daunting challenge of improving Brazil's stagnant economy while also uniting the country. Earlier, former President Jair Bolsonaro left Brazil for Florida, USA on Friday, avoiding having to hand over the sash to his rival, whose victory he has yet to recognize. In Afghanistan, a spokesman for the Taliban-run Interior Ministry has said that an explosion outside the military airport in Kabul on Sunday has caused multiple casualties. The spokesman, Abdul Nafi Thakur, did not specify the nature or target of the explosion. He said investigations are underway. According to reports, local residents said a loud explosion was heard in the morning at the vicinity of the military side of the heavily fortified airport. They said the area had been sealed off by security forces and all roads had been closed. In Pakistan, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) has announced its government with a full cabinet. Directly challenging Pakistan's sovereignty, TTP announced its new appointments, dividing the outfit into various ministries such as Defence, Judiciary, Information, Political Affairs, Economic Affairs, Education, a Fatwa Issuing Authority, Intelligence, and a Department for Construction. According to sources, the TTP and divided the areas into its loose control or contested with Pakistan into two provinces. Last November, the TTP formally withdrew its ceasefire agreement with Pakistan. Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, or the Student Movement of Pakistan, is an umbrella organization of various Islamist armed militant groups operating along the Afghan-Pakistan border. It is an alliance of militant networks formed in 2007 to unify opposition against the Pakistani military. TTP's stated objectives are the expulsion of Islamabad's influence in the federally administered tribal areas and neighboring Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Pakistan, and implementation of a strict interpretation of Sharia throughout Pakistan. In tennis, Indian players endured a mixed bag on the opening day of the Maharashtra Open 2023 ATP 250 tennis tournament in Pune's Balewadi Sports Complex yesterday. Yuki, Bhambri and Ramkumar Ramanathan successfully made it through to the second round of the men's singles qualifiers, but Prajnesh Guneshwaran, Siddharth Rawat and Aditya Vishal Balsekar bowed out after losing their first round qualifying matches. Cities across the globe welcomed 2023 with fireworks and light displays. The Pacific nation of Kiribati was the first country to greet the New Year, followed by Auckland in New Zealand, where people celebrated the arrival of the New Year with fireworks launched from the city's Sky Tower. Cities across India also welcomed the year 2023 with much pomp and show. From Delhi to Mumbai and Chennai to Kolkata, the mood on the December 31st night was like a merry-go-round. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the people on the occasion of New Year 2023. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, "May this new year be filled with hope, happiness and lots of success for everyone." He said, "May everyone be blessed with wonderful health." A fresh spell of cold wave is likely to start in northwest India from today. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has said cold wave conditions are likely in Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh and North Rajasthan during the next 4 days. The IMD said dense fog conditions are also likely to continue over the plains of northwest India in the next 4 days. The IMD said due to light winds and high moisture near the surface over Indo-Gangetic plains, dense fog is likely in many pockets over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. The bitter cold has once again started showing its effect in Rajasthan. Fatehpur Shekhawati in Sikar recorded a minimum temperature of 1 degree Celsius and Churu 1.6 degrees Celsius this morning. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Over 81 crore people to get free food grain under the new Integrated Food Security Scheme from today. Hiked up interest rates on various small saving schemes for fourth quarter of current financial year come into effect. In Brazil, Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva to be sworn in as president today. Yuki, Bhambri and Ramkumar Ramanathan enter second round in men's singles event at Maharashtra Open tennis tournament in Pune, and people across the globe welcome New Year 2023. And with that, we end the Midday News.